how to solve them. So, in the first example, these are starting off just like in the previous lesson on the previous unit. We need to move things across to different sides, and we do that by undoing the previous steps. So, if we start by writing this out again, 4x minus 5 equals 7. The first thing to do is to undo the subtract 5. So that means adding 5 to both sides. So that would mean that 4x must be equal to 12. Now we can divide both sides by 4, and that's going to leave us with just an x on the left and a 3 on the right, so x is equal to 3. In example 2, we've got some brackets to deal with, so we'll start by multiplying those out. We're going to have 2x plus 14 on the left is equal to the 15 on the right. Now we need to subtract 14 from both sides, and that will reveal to us that 2x is equal to 1, and then we just divide both sides by 2. X is equal to a half, or 0.5, and we are finished. Again, some more questions involving brackets. In example 3, we've got, if we expand that, 4y minus 36 is equal to 12. Now we want to add 36 to both sides, so 4y is equal to 48. Now we can divide by 4 and see that y is equal to 12. Now in the next example, we need to think very carefully, are we going to subtract 7 or multiply by 5? Both of those things need to happen, but the order is important, and we want to start and make sure we start with the outside of the equation, which means taking 7 first. So if we write that out again, take 7 first of all, and we'll be left with just the y divided by 5 on the left, and we'll have a minus 3 on the right. Now we need to times both sides by 5 to undo the divide by 5, and this reveals the answer, which is y is equal to minus 15, and we are finished. Now on to the next example. I'll rewrite it again in case you can't see that. We've got z plus 4 over 3 is equal to 5. So again, we have to times by 3 to undo the divide by 3, and we have to subtract 4 to cancel out the add 4. So which way around does it happen? Well, it's the thing on the outside first, and the last thing that happened to z was it was divided by 3, so that's the first thing that we have to do. So timesing both sides by 3, z plus 4 would be equal to 15. Now we can take away the 4, z is equal to 11. Now example 6 is a worded question, so read it carefully. A man buys a daily newspaper from Monday to Saturday. On Sunday he buys a newspaper for £1.80. His weekly paper bill is £7.20. What's the price of his daily paper? So from Monday to Saturday, well, that's 6 days. So for 6 days he buys a newspaper at a certain price. Let's call that price X, so 6x, plus the Sunday paper for £1.80, and that gives us a total price of £7.20. So we set up an equation like that. Now we need to take 1.8 from both sides, so if we do that, we're going to be left with 6x on the left and 5.4 on the right, and now we need to divide both sides by 6, and we get x is equal to 0.9. Just convert that into pounds and pence. That is, of course, 90 pence, or 0.9 pounds. In our final couple of questions, let's have a look at these. These are slightly more involved with more terms to consider. Now we've got x appearing twice and numbers appearing twice, and in these sorts of questions we need to try and get the numbers together and the x's together. It doesn't matter which way around we do this. So we'll start by getting the numbers together, and the first thing to do is to take 2 from both sides, and that means the left hand side will just be left as 5x, and on the right we'll still have the 3x, but now we'll just have 9 rather than 11. And by doing that, we've gone to 4 terms in the question, down to 3 terms. Now we're going to bring the x's together, and we'll do that by taking 3x from both sides, and that will give us 2x on the left, and on the right we'll be left just with the 9. And now we can almost see our answer. Just divide by 2 and we'll see that x is equal to 4.5. In example 8, the first thing to do is to expand the brackets. So we'll have 6x minus 6 is equal to 2x plus 14. Now we can bring the numbers together by adding 6 to both sides. That'll leave us with 6x on the left. On the right, we'll have 2x plus 20. Now we can bring the x's together by taking 2x from both sides. So that'll leave us with 4x on the left and just the 20 on the right. Now we can just divide by 4, giving us the solution, which is x is equal to 5. Okay, that's how you do this exercise. Good luck.